Hello and welcome aboard the Aqua Patio 240 SL. This is an incredible boat that's got some nice upgrades for 2014. Let's take a look. We are up in the bow of the 240. We said before that this is called an SL. That stands for Sun Lounge. And these sun lounges in the back you're really going to be interested in. But let's take a look at the forward deck here. We've got a nice entry gate. Notice that easy lift and drop system. You always know that that gate's going to close securely with that. This year we've got a new chili red color. This is a metallic flake. Looks absolutely beautiful out here in the sunshine. This is a carpeted deck. We transitioned in the aft part of the boat to a beautiful seagrass. This is that incredible standard carpet that Micah missed. We're going to be standing up front here. Lots of room to move around on the bow of this boat. Really anywhere you bring the boat in, it's very easy transition on. Beautiful stainless steel Aqua Patio corner castings. We've got those pull-up cleats on this boat, and that's so handy because you use them. Then when you cast off, you can just step right on there and they sink back into the deck. So you got a nice flat surface up here. This boat also has LED lights, docking lights, built right into the front rail here. Those LEDs are a little brighter than the traditional halogens, and they certainly last a lot longer. Just one of those things, peace of mind type of things when you're bringing the boat home at night after a long day on the water. While we're up here, let's talk about the performance package that this 240 is set up with. This is an option. We've got a triple tube package. That's an oversized, every pontoon is a little bigger than normal. We got a full length center tube, that belly skin undersurface, and also a new motor well. We'll take a look at that in a second, but everything's really designed to get you on plane faster, more stable ride. It also permits you to have a bigger horsepower engine. So the triple tube package really makes quite a difference. So think about that when you're looking at these pontoons. Let's move in here. We've got two forward-facing lounges. The starboard lounge. Nice size. You can see how long that is. Get quite a few people up here. This boat's actually rated for up to 17 passengers. We've got this beautiful khaki, nice soft texture vinyl on here with that chili red accent being brought in. You'll notice that this is kind of a matte finish. That's new for this year. Just really looks classy, especially out here in that bright sunlight. Take a little bit of that gloss off, and it really is a nice touch. Now, something that Aqua Patio does is in the corners, they're going to add a few couple extra inches here on the seat pads, and that way you're not going to get cheated out of a nice comfortable seat. In fact, on these seats in this boat, this is really the most comfortable seat in the house in the forward part of the boat. Notice that it's a little bit wider, it's a little bit deeper. You really get comfortable up here on either side. Now this lounge is made out of a really nice multi-density foam, and what that means is it's going to have a little give as soon as you sit down, but then there's a firmer pad underneath, so it really settles in nice, safe, stable, comfortable ride. On all Aqua Patios, every square inch is designed for maximum storage. Storage under each one of these seat cushions. Everything flips up very easily. These nicely finished tubs under here. Self-draining, of course, a very low maintenance, very easy to take care of. Plenty of room to get all your gear aboard. This is really a neat feature that you'll find on Aqua Patio. See the forward-facing headrest there just rolls right up. And what we've got in here is actually a wine cooler. Plenty of spot to put a bottle of wine in there and some ice around it, even some other drinks while you're out and about. So everybody up in the forward part of the boat is really going to have access to a lot of convenience features. I don't know if you can see this or not, may not have a great angle on it, but we've got a Polk audio speaker system in this boat that is absolutely incredible. You can see we've got a really nice size subwoofer, speaker systems everywhere you look. You can see up under the port side lounge there, we've got another Polk audio speaker. So really anywhere that you're sitting on this boat, it's a very, very nice sound system. In fact, we're going to look at an all-new Sony stereo setup that's Bluetooth in just a second. That's really handy too. Here's a really neat feature hidden inside the port side headrest. If you're out swimming, especially if you have kids, make them a little more comfortable during the course of the day, help them get out of those wet clothes. You can see we've got a nice sized changing room here. Again, that's going to be that chili red color, bringing that color coordination all the way through. Let's see how much room we've got here for a changing room. This is going to be really, really handy. You could also put a porta potty in here, of course, but just the fact that the kids can kind of get comfortable, get dry, get out of the sun, enjoy a nice afternoon on the water. We talked about that triple tube system. One of the advantages, of course, to that is, or rather than a two-tube system, you've got that center tube, and that allows you to take advantage of this optional center tube storage. An in-floor locker. I'm going to call that 2.5 feet down and maybe 80 inches either way, so you can get even partially inflated tubes, all your wakeboarding gear, full adult water skis. Now I am 6'3", and you can see that comes up well over my knees, right into the middle of my thighs there. So you can see that there's a really nice mat here that's going to keep all your gear safe when you're out and about, when the wind gets choppy, when the water gets choppy and everything. So if it slides back and forth, it's no big deal. But you can get so much gear down here, and of course you're going to be out on the water all day. You're going to have a lot of guests with you, and make sure that you've got all the provisions you need for a great day on the water. Take a look at the side entry gate here on the 240. You can see that the port side lounge has stopped right here, giving us plenty of room to access this. Another great look at that metallic chili red side rail. Really, really pretty job there. We are out on the lake now, as you can see, but if we came up to the dock, you'd see that would be a nice stepping on point here. For most docks, this is going to be nice and even. At the most, just a very small incline there, step. So folks that don't get out on the water very often, or kids, or if you're going to load all the gear that you're going to need for a full day on the water, the water toys, all the food and beverages you're going to need, this is just a really, really great safety feature. You're going to make them feel safe when they're getting on board. Then of course you show them that nice lift and drop rail system there, that gate. Everything's going to be safe and secure. It's going to give them that much more confidence to want to spend the whole day out on the water. Speaking of getting comfortable on board, we have deployed this enormous bimini top. This is a 24-foot boat, and we've got a 12-foot canvas, so you're going to see that this canvas really covers about half of the boat. Incredible. Of course, bringing that chili red in, this beautiful new fabric for 2014. In fact, the protective boot that covers the canvas when you're transporting the boat, or if you just don't have it deployed for whatever reason, is also made out of this exact same material. That's going to mean that they're going to wear the same, they're going to be clean the same way, it's going to be very low maintenance on that. But what a great way on a hot day like today to be able to come in, cool off inside here, then when you get some refreshments, get some food, that sort of thing, then head back out into the water or wherever you're going to sit on this boat. Really a nice feature. It really helps you extend your boating day and your boating season. The cockpit lounge is a really nice shape here. Of course, right access right directly across from the captain. But you can see again that beautiful upholstery touches, that chili red, plenty more storage back here. We've got another speaker, just a great conversation pit area for when you're hanging out, talking with the captain or just underway. Also a great place for, since it's so shaded under here with the bimini up, great place to have some snacks as well. Of course, just like on all Aqua Patios, the captain is not forgotten about. We've got a gorgeous captain's chair here. Notice these side bolsters and the thigh bolsters. What that's going to do is going to help hug you in that seat a little better, make it a really comfortable driving experience. Great overstuffed headrest here. We've also got these armrests that move, and that's going to help you get in and out of the seat that much easier. The chair also slides forward and backward and spins completely around, so you can have a great conversation with the folks in the port side lounge there. Take a look at the Helm on the 240 here. You can see that the Helm base is this solid fiberglass construction. It's going to be have very long life to it, and even out in the big choppy waves, especially that triple tube design, is going to be very, very stable. Everything on this boat is so well put together. Down here we've got some dedicated cooler storage. Plenty of room down here under the helm. Great spot to keep that cooler out from being underfoot all day, but still access to all of the areas of the boat. Really, really nice touch there. We got some recessed cup holders here that will serve the folks in the front of the boat. A nice windscreen here. It's not as big a deal right now with the bimini up, but if you have the bimini put away, this is going to help keep that sunlight off your instrument cluster here. Just make it that much easier. Of course, we got these beautifully designed cowlings here that's going to help do that as well. Nice high contrast gauges. Of course, the Ritchie compass, that's standard. All of your switches right at your fingertips. And we looked at briefly, we saw on the speaker panels back here, but we've got this beautiful matte finish wood grain, and that just adds such a touch of class on this boat. Just really pops with the overall design. We were looking at the Polk audio system speakers, but we've got a Sony marine stereo here, and that actually connects via Bluetooth. So if you've ever been out on the water, fumbling, trying to remember what cord you have to plug in here, or remember to bring it, or the ones fit some phones and not the others, that's a thing of the past as long as you've got a Bluetooth enabled device. Simply pair your phone up to this and play your music all day. Also, that permits other folks on the boat to play their own music. They can just pair it up just like you did. So really a great sharing feature for your day on the water. Got a really beautiful steering wheel. Of course, that's adjustable. Let that captain get comfortable in any position. We got a Seastar hydraulic assisted steering. That's going to come especially when you get higher horsepower on this boat. Plus with that triple tube, it's just going to be an effortless steering. You really steer this with one finger almost, but a really, really comfortable ride. Recessed cup holder for the captain. We've got a Lowrance X4 Pro fish finder on this boat. Of course, it's not designated as a fishing boat, but you can certainly go fishing on it. This also helps because it's got the depth finder on it too. Just a really, really neat addition. Really creates a more versatile boat. Right here, we've got a great option on this boat, particularly if you've got kids. We've got some swim lights, so when it starts to get dark outside, click those swim lights on. It's a really great feature. It illuminates an area around the boat so they can see clearly to swim, and more importantly, you can see them. 12-volt receptacle down here, keep those smartphones charged all day, any other aftermarket electronics. And down here, we've got a master power switch. Now, if you ever left your boat and had someone leave the radio turned down really low, or left the light you couldn't see on and been gone away from the boat for several days, you may have come back to a dead battery because of that. That master power switch, you just flip that as your last thing you do before you leave the boat every time as your checklist, and that's going to make sure that you don't have anything running that's going to drain your battery. Taking a look now at the base of the captain's chair here, you can see that we've got a raised helm. That's going to be a few inches off the main deck. This is a snap-in carpet option, but we've got a non-skid surface under there. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow the captain to have a much better sight line. Again, this boat is rated for quite a number of folks, so everybody's seated up here. If you've got folks everywhere in the boat, get a few inches more of clearance for the captain, either while you're running or when you're bringing the boat home in the evening. Just a great, great feature on the Aqua Patio 240. Let's take a look now at the aft deck of the 240 SL. You can see that we're transitioning from that beautiful mica mist carpet a nice brushed aluminum transition strip there onto this seagrass deck covering. That is one of the most popular deck coverings over the last couple of years. Extremely easy to maintain, very easy on your feet, and it doesn't get very hot. Even out here in the bright sunlight, that's just not going to have a hot temperature, that nice light color. And as you can see, it really matches the design of everything on this boat. Of course, this is an SL model, and that's going to mean that you're going to have access to these two enormous lounges back here. Each side is just a masterpiece. Of course, they're identical. We've got cup holders, we've got these oversized armrests, beautiful recline here when you're facing back toward the back of the boat, whether you're watching the kids swimming, enjoying an evening cruise with a cocktail. Everything is just so comfortable. Now the angle and the sun pad and all that that you could get out and hang out. Of course, you can get several folks back here too, but hanging out here with kids is great too. One of the great things though is that just like every other square inch of this boat, everything's been maximized for maximum storage. So we've got, I'll do this side here, and they're both identical. You can see the headrest folds down there, and tons of deep storage here. You can see how deep this is. It's the entire way and all the way up under that forward seat. So that's very convenient. And then we've also got, this one has a little more storage because this one has the battery in it as well, but you can see how easy to access the battery would be, battery switch. Tons and tons of storage under here, right down on top of that beautiful seagrass decking surface. Of course, these snap down, so you're never going to have an issue with them blowing up or anything like that when you're underway. Very convenient, very well thought out. Each side also has one of those Polk audio speakers there in the corner, so you can really enjoy the sound system with that Bluetooth Sony radio. Let's take a look at the aft deck here. Again, that beautiful lift and drop system you never have to worry about. You know, if you drop it in, you know it's in. We've got this deluxe ski tow bar here. Notice the tow point is quite well above the top of the outboard motor there. That's going to make that towable line that much higher, easy visibility, give you a little more room to maneuver back here. We've got, if you're towing tubes or water skiers or wakeboarders, it's just a really nice high tow point. Extremely strong design here. This was developed especially for Aqua Patio. So you can see how many spots it's bolted into the deck. They're extremely strong. We've got an outboard here, that 200 horsepower Yamaha outboard. This boat's actually rated up to 300 horsepower with that triple tube design. And what we've got here in the motor well, this is designed, this is part of that triple tube, remember, it's going to run all the way to the back of the boat, so the engine's actually mounted on there. And they created a flat surface in the back of this tube, and that's what they call the launch pad or lifting pad, and that's going to really help you jump right on plane. Pontoons not known as planing boats, but they certainly do. And when you've got a big motor back here, you want to just get right up on plane and start that cruise. Very nice setup back here. And you can also see that C-Star hydraulic, how well designed that is. That it integrates very well with the motor package. But all new design back here. Really interesting engineering went behind this new device. Look at this. This is one of the smartest things we've seen in a long time. This is a fold-down boarding ladder. Notice the wide tread on those. And it's also got a curved design. And that curve is going to be really natural feeling as you're climbing up out of the water using these really strong, stable stainless grab handles. And you're going to be able to climb back up, get yourself dried off back here on the deck with the seagrass floor covering, and then get yourself dried off and head back into the main cockpit area. But when you get out of the water, that same strap that you used to lower it in, just use that to pull it right back up. So you're never having to lean over and reach and pull that ladder back up. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this look at the beautiful Aqua Patio 240 SL. Those beautiful matching lounges in the back, all the cruising amenities you'll need for a great day on the water. Till next time, this is Captain Steve.